Good morning, everyone. This is Mike Rennick. I'm a local broker associate out here in Longboat Key, affiliated with Keller Williams on the Water. What I'd like to do is start every Monday morning, begin our week with a market update. And we'll pick different sections of the market. Today, we're going to look at Longboat Key, but we'll pick different sections. We'll take a look at those things. We'll see what's happening in the market, where the trends are. But the important thing is, whether you're a buyer or a seller, this will allow you to leverage that for your benefit. So, and I'll talk about some of that as we go forward. Also, the chart I'm going to use, and I can't obviously memorize all of this, not at my advanced age, but I will publish this on the, we'll create a blog and I'll put it on the Facebook page and you can reach it that way. But what I'd like to do is start out by just sharing the latest weather. And if I take a look at what we have here in Longboat Key, we have 73 degrees and sunny. The high is forecasted to be 84, 10% chance of rain with a low of 66 tonight. So this is the time of year that we really love it here in Florida, and we enjoy being a part of this great state. So let's move on. We're going to take a look at Longboat Key. And in order to properly reflect the data, there's two counties here, and sometimes it's a little bit different in Sarasota County versus Manatee County. So I'm going to share that. When we look at the number of units for sale, and this data is effective as of March. Everything's reported about 30 days late. So in subsequent broadcasts, I'll update April numbers. But in March, in Sarasota, we had 5,220 units for sale. And in Manatee, we had 3,683. And again, all of these will be put up in chart form shortly after this broadcast. What that means is, for Sarasota County, it's down 1% from last year in terms of the number of units for sale. It's also down 0.2% for over last month. So 1% over last year, 0.2% over last month. That's favorable to the buyer. So I would count that green for the buyer, because the less number of units for sale, the buyer can actually get more involved and get engaged with the market that way and leverage that to their benefit. With regards to Manatee County, we're looking at it 6% down. And again, it may be a little rough in the beginning of these broadcasts. We'll get the format smooth as we go forward. With regards to Manatee County, it's down 6% from last year, and it's up 7% from last month. So again, we're seeing a separate trend in Manatee County than we are in Sarasota County. When I look at the number of properties sold, there's 1,278 that were sold during the month of March in Sarasota County. In Manatee County, there was 942. The good news is the sales are up all the way across the board. If we look at last year in Sarasota County, it's up 2.8%. We look at over last year, it's up 37%. Great news. If we look at Manatee County, it's up 3.1% over last year, 31.7% over last month. So we're seeing a trend up. What this means is that's a good news story for the market. The average price per square foot, I like that metric, because what it does, it brings everything back on an apples basis. Homes are different sizes, and of course, there's different features and attributes that need to be taken into account. But when we look at one of the metrics from a starting point is average sold price. If we look at it in Sarasota County for Longboat Key, it's up 12% over last year, and it's down 1.3% over last month. So the trend, when you look at dollar per square foot, it's up 12% in Sarasota County. In Manatee County, we see something similar. It's 13.5%. So the number of properties sold are going up. The average price per square foot is also going up. Average days on the market, if we look at it from last year for Sarasota County, up 6.4% over last month, 7.8%. So it's taken a little bit longer to get things sold, but for the higher price, we have more sales. It took, on average, 83 days in the month of March was the statistics. In Manatee County, we see it different, though. The days on the market have fallen from last year. They had 78 in March. It's fallen from 5.4% over last year down 2.5% over last month. So things are selling faster in Manatee County than they were before, selling just a little bit slower. But again, with the price trends and number of units sold, that's a good news story. One last metric I want to share is the inventory levels. In other words, how long will it take to get your property sold? If we look In Longboat Key for Sarasota County, it's down 2.4% from last year and down 27.4% from last month. That's favorable with the inventory down to the seller. That tends to bring prices up a little bit. When we look at on Manatee County, we see the inventory levels are down 4.9% over last year, and they're down 23.4%. So same kind of trend in Manatee County that we have in Sarasota County. So that's the market statistics for Longboat Key. Again, this is the first time. A little bit rough. I apologize for that. We'll make this smoother as we go forward. But what I want to do is hide, I was clicking one of the buttons. I apologize. I want to do this live and unscripted every Monday morning. Now, we'll pick a different part of the area. We're going to focus on Sarasota. We'll focus on Manatee County, Sarasota County. We'll look at Venice. We'll look at Lakewood Ranch. We'll look at all the islands. But going forward, each and every week, starting our week at Monday morning at 9 o'clock, we'll go through the latest statistics. You can find more by going to our website. Again, I'll post this chart on the Facebook page in just a minute. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions or if you have areas that you want to talk about. Now, what's unique about this is pretty much a good news story for Longboat Key, but there is an association out here that's in a little bit of turmoil, and the number of units that are for sale are up substantially. And actually, it's going to take a year and a half before all those are sold. The absorption rate is really deteriorated. So it's important that whether you're working with a seller or a buyer, you understand what's going on. And that way we can leverage it for your benefit. So again, apologize for the roughness of this. This is the first one. I knew it would be that way. We're going to get better. Come back next Monday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll cover some more statistics and more updates. But let me know what information you're looking for. Thanks, everyone.